What's good, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of a Realignment Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we are out here, man. We are getting ready to make our head coaching debut, as this is going to be our first game playing with the Michigan State Spartans, and we get a little bit of a warm-up game to start this episode. Maybe this will be a doubleheader, maybe not. We'll just kind of have to see how things play out. But this FCS team, D's across the board. We're a B overall team, B offense, B minus defense. Not as good as where we were at Oklahoma, man, who of course is defending that national championship, man. But I'm real excited to see what this team is made of, because not only are we starting with a brand new team, we are also working with a brand new playbook as well. We are transitioning away from that Oklahoma playbook that we were using for our coordinator days, the first 3 seasons of this series. And now we're doing a one-back playbook for the offensive side of the ball and a 3-4 defense for the defensive side of the football. So it's going to be an interesting episode. I'm going to be really curious to see how things shake out as the year goes on. But yeah, man, with that being said, I hope you guys are excited for this episode, getting some gameplay in. And if you are, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button, hit that subscribe button as well if you have to be brand new. I will see you guys out there on the field, making our debut as the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans. Let's make it happen, boys. Alright, boys, so we are out here, man, taking the field against North Dakota State, and we're about to see what this roster is going to be like, because if we don't dominate this game, then, we might have some problems as we give up an early first down here against Reggie Givens, and they're going to pick up a first down because of it, and they're also going to try to attack us downfield, but we do get a play from one of our defensive backs, able to take it a good distance as well. And our first possession as the head coach of Michigan State, we get a turnover from this defense, man. Get the first interception thrown by Joel Davis in this one, and we start with some pretty good field position overall. We'll see if we can take advantage of it as we'll go ahead and drop back the pass with Gray under center, and we get it out to our receiver Ronnie Harvey, who was all by himself on that left hand side. And now going to try to spread him out a little bit here. 4 wide set as North Dakota State, or not North Dakota State, they look like North Dakota State though. I mean, let's be real for a sec. I mean, would you be able to tell if it wasn't for the name, right? That's all I'm saying. But FCS Northwest, they sent the blitz. It didn't work out for them as Anthony Williams was almost able to punch that thing into the end zone. Not quite, but hey, we'll find a way to make it work out. There's Gray looking over the middle of the field, good, trying to throw it into the end zone, but we fumbled the bag. The throw ends up being slightly off target, and we couldn't fit it through the window. And we drive all the way down inside the 5-yard line, and we can't get any points from that. You absolutely hate to see it. So the score does remain tied at 0 for the time being, as we'll try to run it back once again. We do force FCS to punt the football away, so we get another 3 and out on defense. I like that. Let's see if this offensive drive can finish a little bit better this time around. I mean, we did all that work to get inside, the red zone. Don't get any points. That definitely hurts the morale a little bit, but 4th and 4, we're going to try to go for it here as we actually get them on the screen. A lot of space for our star tailback, Anthony Williams, to work with. He'll keep the chains moving and extend this drive a little bit longer. He's certainly going to be a focal point in our offense this season. I think he's going to be really important for our success going forward as Ronnie Harvey makes a brilliant catch downfield. And we'll finish this drive off with a touchdown from Anthony Williams. And we will strike first against our FCS counterparts, taking an early 7-0 lead here midway through the first quarter, as that offensive line did its job in terms of creating some space And now our defense continuing to show out another 3 and out bars as we go forth and see what else this team happens to be capable of. Mike Anderson going to get the catch for 8 yards there. As now 2nd and 2 coming up. Gray under center. He's going to hand it off to Anthony Williams as he is going to roll his way up for a gain of 8 there. Williams having some very good success early on the ground. 6 for 37, but we get intercepted a second time. Trying to go for that seam route, but they were simply all over it. And our quarterback simply struggling here in the second quarter is Andrew Gray. He throws his second interception of the first quarter. The first quarter of the season could be a long year for our passing game if we're getting picked off multiple times by an FCS team in the first quarter. So we gotta have Andrew Gray calm it down just a little bit as we'll throw it out to the left-hand side, get it out to Ronnie Harvey, who gets another catch. He's been winning those outside routes relatively often, helping us move the chains in the passing game as we'll throw it short over the middle to Mike Anderson on the 2nd and 7. Mike Anderson almost doing enough to pick up that first down, but we are just a yard short. But we don't need to reinvent the wheel here. Going to just hand it off to the tailback, and tailback's going to easily find enough room to get through that first down marker and keep things advancing as Gray runs it up the middle once again. Going to try to run forward for the first down, but doesn't get to that first down marker. It hits that gain of 7. And now 3rd and 5 coming up. We've been doing pretty solid on 3rd downs on the day so far. Looking for another one as we throw over the middle, but Robertson drops the pass. And that means we got to go ahead and punt that football away. But the special teams unit runs a fake punt, or we got a penalty. Something happened. And now our boys are right back out on the field once again. As now we get a new opportunity to get points on the board. 1st and 10. Going to line up under center with our quarterback. Williams taking the carry. He's going to run it up the gut and pick up a gain of 5. So now 2nd and 5 coming up. Getting just outside of the red zone. Trying to throw it over the middle, but we can't connect. Defensive lineman did a great job getting his hands up. And now 3rd and 5 coming. Going with a 4 wide set. Trips to the right. Gray looking over. Get it to Anderson. Anderson, he's got some blocks and he's going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown Spartans. And we open up this lead a little bit as Andrew Gray is going to throw his very first touchdown pass here in this season. And Anderson just doing a great job of just following his blockers there. And it's going to be an easy touchdown. So 14-3 lead here as the glorified North Dakota State squad. They are, looking to try to get something going here. They haven't really done much of anything since that first possession of the game. But they will set up a 3rd and short, though. They need all the help they can get. So we have not allowed a single 3rd down conversion yet. As now, Davis, he's actually going to run for the first down. He's going to get there. And he's going to get a bunch of more yards. Even trucking our defender into the next dimension. That's absolutely embarrassing. And so, FCS Northwest, they pick up the first down. Keep the chains moving. And in position to get themselves a second first down on this drive. That'll be the first time that would happen in this ball game for them. As they fake the pitch to the left, Davis going to throw over the middle, gets it out to Cody Watkins, who's able to outrun the linebacker in order to make that catch. So now, sitting outside the red zone, 2nd and 10, facing pressure though, but does a nice job of dumping it off to Jeff Allen, who gets his second catch of the evening. So a 3rd down upcoming again. under shotgun. We're going to send this blitz at him. It's a halfback screen. Bryant looking over, and there's no room for Ralph Bryant to go anywhere. And we will force FCS Northwest to go ahead and settle for a field goal. So to a one-possession game, we got a couple of minutes left. Defensively, we've been playing really strong so far, but I'd like to see a little bit more from our offense here. We'll see if we can get points on board before we go into halftime, as we will get the first down out to the receiver, Ronnie Harvey, who already does have 5 catches on the day, as Gray is trying to launch one over the middle of the field, but that is going to be inaccurate, so it will go down as an incompletion. As we'll try to pass again on 2nd and 10. FCS sending the blitz, but we dump it off to the tight end and able to get out of bounds too. Aaron Ford helping the Spartans save a timeout. As we'll throw again here on 1st and 10. Gray got some time in the pocket, gets it out to Ben Young for the biggest play of the day, 31 yards. And now we're cooking. Williams over the middle. He's going to run for the first down and we'll get it. We can use all of our timeouts to make sure that we give ourselves the very best opportunity to get it into the end zone. We got to execute on that offensive end. We saw a drop that could have led to a touchdown. Those two guys ahead of him were not that quick, but it doesn't matter too terribly much. How is that not a touchdown? Anthony Williams fell into the end zone, but instead they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That's absolutely insane to me. So we'll try to run for it again on 3rd and goal, and sure enough, Anthony Williams, he is not going to be denied a second time, as the tailback finds the end zone. Touchdown Spartans, as that will take us into halftime, carrying a 21-6 lead. So we are back here in the second half, and we do get the ball to start things off here. As our FCS counterparts, they did start with the football to begin this game. So we'll see if we can build off the success that we had towards the end of the first half and build this lead up. Maybe, just maybe, I don't want to promise anything now, get some backups in here towards the end of the game. As now we'll throw again here on 2nd and 8. They're going to drop back to stop the seam route, but it opens up a lane for Nelson Sick in order to go ahead and make the catch, his first one of the night. So 3rd and inches situation, as Gray going with the read option here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to carry himself. Looks like across maybe a 35-yard line. Yes, it is the 35-yard line. It sets up 1st and 10. As FCS continues to try to dial up that pressure, but we are coming through with some pretty good counters thus far. As Mike Anderson makes his 6th catch of the day. Not a first down, but it is considered, his 2nd and inches, which we will easily pick up when we get it to our tight end, Perry Robertson. His 2nd catch of the night. And another red zone chance here. 2 for 4 so far on the game, according to ESPN, as Anthony Williams going to run up. He's going to get a good chunk of yardage. He's now over 100 yards for the day. Like I said, centerpiece of his offense right here as Williams fights forward and picks up the first down. As now 1st and goal coming. Gray going to hand it off. He's got some space. Going to try to run into the end zone. Touchdown Spartans. Make it 28-6 here, as this lead is the biggest lead of the night for Michigan State in the debut of Maurice Royal as a head coach. So got a huge lead here so far, but we cannot allow ourselves to get a little bit too complacent now. I'm trying to avoid that kind of energy, as that was how Michigan State missed the college football playoff, but I think they got the message, as on the very next play, able to get the interception. Justin Johnson, 1st interception of the night, and great field position again as we start across the 50-yard line, starting off in FCS territory. I want to see if we can get a big play here. Gray gonna try to throw over the middle, gets it out to Ford, who breaks a couple of tackles. Couldn't get away from another 2 defenders, but another red zone shot here. 2nd and 10, trips to the left. Gray looking, gets it out to Anderson, who is gonna strut his stuff all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Make that 35-6. So a 29-point lead separating us and our FCS counterparts. Our biggest lead of the day so far. Although FCS not going down without a fight. They nearly pick up this first down. That was Jeff Allen who makes his catch. So we'll see if they do some kind of speed option. We'll see if we get enough push from our defensive line. As we made things a little bit difficult. Not a lot of running room. But Joel Davis still with enough space to keep the drive alive. As now, 1st and 10. Davis dropping back to pass. He's going to look to the left-hand side. Bryant's all by himself. He ends up being wide butt naked open right there. And nearly another first down. Unless we can deny them. 3rd and short. Look for another run to the right. It's the fullback trying to pick up the sticks. But Corey Brown was stuffed at the line of scrimmage. And now another 3rd and long. As it looks like a penalty by our special teams. Got him back out on the field. A chance to get him off the field again. But we get mossed. This time around, Richard Newman. As that is going to wrap up this 3rd quarter of action. Get those 4s up in the chat. As we are looking to close out our first win as a head coach. Up by 29 with 1 to play. So let's go, man. 4th quarter action here, as one of the last notable plays we saw was some mossing. And how is that not a touchdown, though? That should have definitely been caught. We certainly got lucky there. And that's why I'm kind of looking forward to EA college football. You know, NCAA 14 for, if you don't know, this game is not as difficult, I would say, as other NCAA games and their Heisman difficulty. Granted, I've played this a lot more, so that might be why. But yeah, this game at times definitely too easy. As easy should have been an easy touchdown here for FCS, and instead they had to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback had to, short arm it, and we go ahead and get that turnover on down. So, still got all 4th quarter left to play. Want to get one more score on the board before we go ahead and call things. Get those backups in. Make sure they get the playing experience that they need. Because we do have a, I would say, rebuilding roster. Don't have any, I really don't think we have any current NFL prospects on this team. So it is going to take a little bit to build this team up into the national contender that I want this program to eventually be, as we almost threw an interception there. Just a boneheaded decision. It's going to make it 3rd and 8. Trying to go ahead and spread things out in a 5-wide set. Gray looking to the left. He's going to find his receiver, Ben Young, who makes a beautiful cut. And it moves the sticks and allows us to go ahead and take a little bit more time off of that clock. But 3rd and 6, though. Can we pick up the sticks again? Gray just looking for somebody to get open, but just never happens. Has to throw this thing away. And now FCS Northwest, they are going to take over. As now Davis looking to the left-hand side. He's got a receiver in Ashley, and it's a 2-man foot race as Jared Ashley breaks the tackle. 33-yard catch for FCS Northwest. As now Northwest, they are looking for their first touchdown of this game. I am not trying to let them score in garbage time, man. Not on my watch. As now 2nd and 3rd coming. Davis with a 4-wide set. Good try to scramble for the first down. He's going to get a little bit more than that, as Joel Davis is going to get into the red zone once again, seeking the first touchdown of the game for our FCS counterparts, as Davis Scrambling again. Gets met at about the first down marker, but they will give it to him nonetheless. As another goal line set, 2nd and goal. Davis over the middle, but it's caught by Johnson of Michigan State. His 2nd interception of this game, man. Let's go. Justin Johnson, give this man the player of the game, at least on that defensive side of the football. As we will go ahead, we will go forth and run the rest of this clock that was remaining for this game, and we will go ahead and win our debut as the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans. We win this one by a final score of 35-6. But let's go ahead and check out the stats for our guys here today. So we took some time here to really take a look at what our team is, and we found some good and bad things about our football team. I think we're going to be one of those squads where we're not going to be able to blow out too many people this season. I just don't think that we're there yet with this roster. We're going to have to grind people down and make sure we play fundamental football. Check out the individual stats for our guys as Andrew Gray. He was okay in this one, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Did end up going ahead and he threw both those interceptions in the first quarter, but he did end up calming himself down some, which is a good thing to see from a experienced quarterback. We can have him under 10 interceptions this season. That would be good for our team. Anthony Williams, I think, is going to be the focal point of this offense, though. He ends up with 24 carries, 137 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Definitely someone that I want to lean on, and I'm hoping that our offensive line can get better as years goes on. Do have some good receivers, though. Mike Anderson being one of them. He ends up with a pretty nice day overall. He ends up with 7 catches, 84 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. But what I'm really the most impressed about is how our defense approached this game. We did not take FCS lightly on the defensive end. Not a single touchdown allowed. Lance Muhammad led the team in tackles today. He had 8 total tackles, all of which were ending up being solo. And then we did get to his not only did we get to his quarterback a lot, but we forced a lot of turnovers. Kenneth Wood, the true sophomore, he ends up with 2 sacks on the day, with Cedric Presley and Justin Johnson able to sack this quarterback. Plus, Johnson was having a career day in terms of eyeing this quarterback down. 3 interceptions today. Also had a pass deflection to go with it and a few TFLs. So really all-around performance. Not to mention Justin Wade able to get a pick himself. So a grand total of 4 interceptions. And if we can keep that kind of defensive effort through the year, I think we're going to end up being successful here in year number 4. Speaking of debuts, though, we got Coach Justin Jones making his Mississippi State head coaching debut. And he had a really difficult challenge going up against a top 10 LSU team. They did make it to the college football playoff last year. And LSU looking for that same kind of rhythm, kind of beat, as they took care of Mississippi State 52-24. Justin Jones gets spoiled here in his home debut as the Bulldogs head coach. He's going to have some work to do if he's going to want to go ahead and turn this Mississippi State program and turn it right where it needs to be. So that's going to wrap things up here for this episode, as we got ourselves warmed up against an FCS team. And then what we also did, we saw a custom coach and see how he did it in his coaching debut, head coaching debut at Mississippi State. But now things get tougher here as we go against a team that is pretty similar to our stature. We're going to take on Arizona State in the same episode. Should be interesting to see how we get things to shake out. Should be a fun game. Should be a competitive game, and I am pretty excited for it. If you guys are as well, I need you guys to go ahead and do me a favor. Smack that like button for me, and then also hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new. This is John Shake Gaming on the mic, signing off. I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.